Naomi Blake was the embodiment of beauty and allure. With her striking blue eyes, raven black hair, and a smile that could disarm the most guarded of souls, she was a woman who could have anything and anyone she wanted. Born in a small town, Naomi's charm and beauty were evident from a young age. But beneath her captivating exterior lurked a darkness that would eventually transform her into one of the most feared and enigmatic serial killers of her time. Naomi grew up in a seemingly normal household. Her parents, James and Evelyn Blake, were respected members of their community. They provided Naomi with a stable home, filled with love and care. However, Naomi was different from other children. She was highly intelligent and incredibly manipulative, traits that she learned to use to her advantage as she grew older. In high school, Naomi's beauty blossomed, and she quickly became the center of attention. She had numerous admirers, both male and female, and she relished the power she held over them. But Naomi wasn't interested in love or friendship. She craved something much darker, a desire to control, dominate, and ultimately destroy. Naomi moved to the city for college, escaping the confines of her small town. There, she reinvented herself, blending into the urban landscape. Her first victim was a young man named Chris, whom she met at a college party. Chris was instantly smitten by Naomi's charm and beauty. They spent the night together, and Chris believed he had found something special. However, for Naomi, it was a calculated game. She lured Chris into a false sense of security, making him believe he was special to her. When the moment was right, she struck. Using a silk scarf, she strangled him as he lay asleep in her bed. The thrill of the kill was intoxicating, far more satisfying than any sexual encounter. Naomi had found her true calling. The murder of Chris was just the beginning. Naomi became addicted to the thrill of the hunt and the power she felt over her victims. She was meticulous in her approach, carefully selecting her prey, men and women who were vulnerable and easily manipulated. Naomi's beauty and charm were her weapons, and she wielded them with deadly precision. She created a pattern, yet varied her methods to avoid detection. Some victims were strangled, others poisoned, and a few were stabbed. Naomi was a master of disguise, often changing her appearance and identity to throw off any potential investigators. The city was her hunting ground, and she played her game with a cold, calculated efficiency. Naomi's life took an unexpected turn when she met Alice, a young artist with a free spirit and an open heart. They met at an art gallery, and Naomi was immediately drawn to her. Unlike her usual victims, Alice was different, strong, independent, and fiercely intelligent. Naomi found herself genuinely attracted to Alice, a feeling she had never experienced before. Their relationship was intense and passionate. Naomi tried to suppress her darker urges, wanting to protect Alice from the monster she truly was. But the beast within was not easily contained. Naomi's need for control and domination began to seep into her relationship with Alice, causing tension and distrust. Alice, sensing something was wrong, began to investigate Naomi's past. She discovered inconsistencies in Naomi's stories and became suspicious. Alice's instincts as an artist made her perceptive, and she started piecing together the puzzle that was Naomi Blake. Naomi's carefully constructed world began to unravel as Alice's investigation brought her closer to the truth. The tension between them reached a boiling point one night when Alice confronted Naomi, demanding answers. Cornered and desperate, Naomi's facade crumbled. She confessed to her crimes, revealing the true extent of her darkness. Alice was horrified, unable to reconcile the woman she loved with the monster before her. She attempted to leave, but Naomi, driven by a twisted mix of love and possession, couldn't let her go. In a moment of raw emotion, Naomi attacked Alice, intending to kill her and keep her secret safe. But Alice fought back, her survival instincts kicking in. The struggle was fierce, and in a desperate move, Alice managed to stab Naomi with a shard of broken glass. Naomi, bleeding and defeated, collapsed to the floor as Alice escaped, calling the police. Naomi Blake's arrest was a media sensation. The beautiful, charming woman who had captivated so many turned out to be a cold-blooded killer. Her trial was a spectacle, with the world eager to understand the mind of this enigmatic woman. In court, Naomi remained unrepentant, her cold blue eyes revealing no remorse. She was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, her reign of terror finally brought to an end. But Naomi's story did not end there. In prison, she continued to captivate those around her, using her charm to manipulate inmates and guards alike. Alice, though deeply scarred by her ordeal, emerged as a voice for the victims. She wrote a best-selling book about her experience, detailing the duality of Naomi's nature, the loving partner and the ruthless killer. Alice's bravery in the face of such horror made her a hero, but the shadow of Naomi Blake would forever loom over her. Naomi Blake became a legend, her name synonymous with beauty and terror. She was a reminder of the darkness that can lurk behind the most beguiling of facades, a cautionary tale of how charm and allure can mask the deepest of evils. Naomi's story is one of seduction, control, and the ultimate betrayal, a dark dance between love and death that captivated a nation and left an indelible mark on those who crossed her path.